Start command log mod. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of xah Talk Show. Today is 2020, September 13th, Sunday, 11 o'clock in the morning, and we are going to do Emacs lisp coding and other random chats. So if you have any questions, type in the comments, and let's begin. Let's begin today's day. So this is my Emacs. Let's go to Talk Show. And on the right window, that's a pink window, you can see all my command names and keys, commands that I call in Emacs. So show in browser, today's live stream, magnify. Now let's talk about the background image. This background image is a fantastic image. It's of course by Escher, MC Escher. Now the title of this artwork is called Stars. It's got a symmetric polyhedron, regular polyhedron. Now I'm not sure what's the technical name for this polyhedron. Let's see. So you got a tetrahedron here, two tetrahedrons. Okay, it's some sort of tetrahedron stars. And so this is artwork by MC Escher in 1948, and it's a wood engraving. Fantastic. This is the real art, unlike today's memes crap by the millennial generation. Although millennial generation, they create crap. Okay, so stars by Escher, chameleon polyhedron, and this animal is chameleon, quite fascinating animal. Then in Second Life, someone created a replica, emulation. They recreated the scene. This is in Second Life, which is kind of like a real 3D game. So you can be in it. Well, I was in it to take these screenshots. You can look at this thing from different angles. You can even walk around. Depending on how big is this thing, you can actually, for example, you can be an ant, very tiny, walking on this huge giant structure. And in fact, that's what this guy or girl, kind of my friend, my acquaintance, she has done. So she has created this huge giant structure in Second Life. So let's play it a little bit. So that's her. You can see that's her, and she's playing the camera. So this is a huge giant structure, and her name is Wheezy Gynoid. She is pretty strange. Like most of my followers, my friends, we are strange guys. She is one of those pretty strange guys. Okay, so you can see this huge structure. Now this is the fun part of Second Life. This is why I love Second Life. Xah Second Life. I talked about many times about my adventure of Second Life. There are some videos. Let's see, Second Life blog. Fantastic. Okay, so we are talking about Second Life. There are diverse subjects, topics. So we are talking about math in Second Life. Fantastic. Okay, so that is about the background image. Okay, now let's go. Shall we begin to do Emacs lisp? Any questions and comments? Okay, Jose says, hey, good day from Ecuador. Hey, Jose, Ecuador. Anush, Cortez, and Jebanet, something like that. Okay, so we're gonna do Emacs lisp. Okay, then we're gonna talk random after that, some more Emacs lisp or some other coding. So Emacs lisp, show in browser. So polyhedron, chameleon polyhedron, Escher's work. So what we are going to do is, let me show you. Okay, so I've been working on my JavaScript tutorial. So you have sample code. Okay, let me show you properly what's going on. So you show in browser, so this is today's page. You can see this HTML. This is a sample code of JavaScript. It trying to illustrate the toString method applied to a function. What does it return? Basically, it returns a string representation of the function. So if you say array.toString, it says function array native code. The result are not necessarily runnable because some of them. Anyway, that's an example code of JavaScript. So in my when I write my JavaScript tutorial, you can see 1,000 of them here because I have been working on my JavaScript tutorial in the past 3 days. So you can see JavaScript array prototype slice and this not this one, okay, CSS display. So array prototype slice, what is this? Okay, jQuery tutorial. This is a fantastic introduction. Functions argument object, how to convert JavaScript 5 to JavaScript 2015. Array prototype sort, I've been working on these hundreds of pages, you can see. Okay, so when I work on my JavaScript tutorial, I have these issues often. Sometimes I want to, let me show you. You see this, I use console-log. Okay, so let me show you. Go back to the HTML page so you can see there's a bunch of console-log. So let's format it so it's clear. Let's copy it, put it here, and let's make it this way so it will be actually easy to see. So you see, you have four lines of console-log now, but sometimes I want to remove these console-log lines. I want it to be just like that. So it's rather tedious to remove them manually. So I want to be able to select a block of code and press a button and have the console-log removed. How do you do that? Well, normally programmers will think, oh, we can do this by regular expression, and the answer is wrong. Now, regular expression, if you don't know, regular expression has a it came from it's actually the technical term about that is automata. It's related to parsing. It's related to generating grammars. Okay, it's a kind of a theory. Okay, regular expression, by definition, by the very name, regular expression. What does it mean, regular? Like, most people don't know. What do you mean regular? Like, most of the time when we use regular expression, the expression is not regular at all. For example, this. So what do you? Well, regular expression came from a theory in grammar generation. Okay, in parsing, in grammar generation related automata. It's called state machine. Anyway, don't quote me for it. It's related topics. It's theoretical. It's part of theoretical computer science. And regular expression, the very meaning of regular, it means it cannot match anything that's nested. When you have nested, that's not regular. That's a technical meaning of regular in grammar. Okay, you have regular grammar. For languages that's based on regular grammar, you have regular languages. So that's what regular means. Basically, it just means there's no nesting. So when you have a nesting, it is technically impossible to use regular expression to parse it. But however, today's regular expression is not really those theoretical regular expression. There are some abilities to do to parse nested, but really it's just not suitable. But anyway, so we are going to write a command to remove the console-log. Okay, so far so good. Randy, hey, from North Carolina. the North Carolina, that's the that's a country states, right? I mean, that's the red state or something like that. Okay, so we are going to write a, let's start. Okay, so let's, instead of talking, let's start to put code in your mouth. Then you'll see what we are doing. So okay, showing browser first. Let's copy this line as an example in our documentation of it. So we are going to define a function. Define, yes, yes, you want to define, yes, wait, define, okay, define f, wait, hold on. So docstring we want to, okay, remove the console log, what? Curly quote. Can you see that? I want curly quote. Remove console log in text selection or current text block. Okay, in current text block or text selection. Okay, so let's clean up. Wait, remove the console log in current text block or text selection. Let's do it quickly so I don't waste time just talking about verbalization. Okay, today's version code, so that's a docstring, and that's the function name will be remove console log. Okay, let's just say that. Let's say xah. Okay, wait. Let's, naming of things is usually difficult because you want to name it so that it's extremely easy. When people read the name, they will understand what the function does. But that's not so easy because usually a function does, it's hard to describe in 1 or 2 words. But anyway, for now, let's just say that remove console log. Okay, then we can rename. That's how I work. Rename it later. So remove console log. So what we want to do. So let's go back. So let's what are we doing? So yeah, we are coding, of course. We want to wait, check video, check audio, check. Coco, how are you doing? My friend's dog is here. So okay, so what are we going to do? We want to remove the console log. Okay, there's a trick I'm going to show you guys about Emacs lisp trick. Because if you cannot use regular expression to do this, then how are you going to do it? Well, there's a trick in Emacs lisp without regular expression. So first of all, we go to the top of the buffer. Go to, wait, let's if use region P. Okay, that means if there is a region, then let's declare 2 variables, P1, P2. That's position 1, position 2. You want to find the position of the region you want to work with. That's the first task. So if there is a region, then use the region. Then we say set P1 region beginning. That's right. Set P2 to region end. That's right, if there's a region. Now if there's no region, then what we want to do is we want to get the block that is kind of like a paragraph delimited by empty lines. So we want to find the empty lines before and after the cursor, and that will be our region. So what we do, let's do this quickly. Save excursion. Just look up on my tutorial, you will see explanations about functions you don't know, or just use describe function. Okay, so save excursion, search backward. We're gonna do this quickly, so because I've been doing this in the past few days as well, past week. Search backward. search backward for 2 empty lines, bound, nil, no error, true, count, we don't care. Then search forward, okay, then God, let's just do this way so it's fast. Okay, search backward and search forward, then set point 1 point, set point. So when you search forward or backward, that moves the cursor. So you search backward to 2 empty lines, then search forward 2 empty lines. That means you move in the cursor, like if the cursor is here, first of all you search backward 2 empty lines, so that means the cursor gonna be there. Then you search forward 2 empty lines, that cursor is here. That's the position you want, because that's the paragraph, beginning of paragraph. So then we set p1 equals to the point. Now for point 2, position 2, it's about the same. So we search forward first, then search backward, then point 2. Okay, prettify the code. That's it. That's the p1 and p2 is the beginning and end position of our stuff. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing? So far so good. Okay, so we got the position. Let's see what we want to do. Then narrow to region. Okay, narrow to region p1 p2, so that we ignore anything that's above p1 and below p2. And when you do that, you want to say save restriction. You want to say that because when your command is done, Emacs will revert the buffer's region. I mean, it will revert, it will remove the narrow to region. So narrow to region is a command you can call interactively. For example, let's say I'm working on this let's say I'm working on this part of code, and there are lots of things above and below it. I don't care. So let's suppose I want to do some find replace only in this region. So I can say narrow to region. You see now the buffer, it appears, that's the O, there it is in the buffer, but actually there are more things, but you are narrow to the region. So to remove the narrow to region, you call the command called widen. Okay, so you can see in the pink window widen. So now we can see the whole thing again. Okay, so that's the thing. So now we got the point p1 p2, and we want to narrow to region, and now we go to move the cursor to the beginning of buffer, go to char point min. Okay, that's what we want. Go to the beginning of buffer and search forward console.log. That's right, I want to search forward. Let's say I want to use the regular expression to search forward. Why? Because sometimes there is a space after the dot console log. So I want to catch that, and I want to catch a space, and for period is in regular expression, it's that. Okay, double backslash period for literal period. Okay, so we want to search console log. Okay, bound nil, no error, true. We don't care if there's error. That means if it's not found. Now normally if it's not found, then Emacs will stop saying, oh, it's not found, error. But in our case, we don't want error, because if it's not found, that's fine, because that means the buffer doesn't contain console log. So you want to give this parameter argument no error option. So prettify the code. So we go to the beginning of buffer, then we search forward by regular expression, search for the console log. That's right. Then we want, let's say I want 2 more positions. Let's say P3 and P4. Then you want to set P3. I want to remember position. I want to remember the beginning position of the console. Okay, so set P3 position number 3. I want it to be match beginning. Okay, match beginning 0. So match beginning returns the position of the beginning of the match, and it takes one argument, which is a number. 0 means the whole regular expression. So in our case, it just returns the position, the beginning position of this console log. Okay, so that's P3. So that's a P3. So we got a beginning position. Then what we do is this needs to be inside save restriction. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So we got the beginning of console log. Then search forward for the left parentheses. Now in Emacs, okay, anyway, so let's search forward left parentheses, bound nil, no arrow, actually we want arrow because wait, what's going on? Because when we search console log, you see, we remember we are trying to remove the console log, this print statement in JavaScript. So when we found a console log, we actually want, it should go with a parenthesis. If there's no parenthesis, just the console log, then that's not what we want. Then that's probably not a print statement. That's not what we want. So there's always a left parenthesis. So search forward for that. Once you found set position, okay, set P4, okay, let's not call it P4, let's say position left paren. Okay, so let's rename this and let's rename P3 to be position begin console. There it is, position begin console. Then you set position left paren point -1. Okay, so you need -1. Now, is there a function named -1? No. Wait, try again. What? Hold on a second. Describe function -1. No, there is no such function named -1, but there is a +1 though. For example, describe function plus. Oh wait, 1 minus. Wait, let's try again. Describe function 1 minus. Yeah, there it is. There is a function named 1 minus. It's just -1. So 1 minus point, because we want the left of the paren. Because when you search forward, Emacs will place the cursor at the end of the search string. So in this case, it will place the cursor at the right of the left parens. So anyway, we are getting too long here. Let's quickly get this to work. So far so good. Am I doing fantastic or am I doing kind of boring? Let me know, okay? Okay, so we got left paren, we got then now we need the right paren. So you see, so you know what we doing so far? We got the position of the console beginning and now we got the position of the left paren. And what we do, we want to delete that part. Okay, yeah, we want to delete that. Oh, in that case, we then go no. Okay, go. My dog is getting onto the bed. He shouldn't. So anyway, position left paren. Okay, let's just say delete region. Delete region. Then we are going to run the code so that we don't waste too much time. We can see some actual action. There it is. Delete region. Delete region. Okay. So shall we run the code? Run the code. Go back to my talk show page. Go back to the talk show page. Where is it? Here. Okay. Now show this in a separate buffer. Okay. Now we are going to call our code, and it should remove that at least. Okay. Let's call our code. xah-remove-console-log. Okay. Enter. Fantastic. It worked as expected, because our code currently just removed that part. It doesn't remove, it should remove that as well. Okay, so far so good. Yes, it is. So far it is good. Now we go back to the code. We need to find let's see, let's put this way. Okay, we need to find the matching parentheses. You see, we cannot simply search for the right paren because that's nested thing. That's not what we want. We want a parenthesis that matches that one. So how do I do that? How do you do that? You do that by go to Emacs, practical Emacs Lisp tutorial. Then you go to Emacs Lisp, write a major mod. Then there is a section, let's see, down here somewhere, that lets you find the matching parentheses. You see, this is not trivial to do, because normally if you are going to code it yourself, you need to do some kind of parsing. You need to find all the nested parentheses. If there's a match, skip it. Then until you find the one you want. But if you are using Emacs Lisp, you are in luck. There it is, the last item. Find matching bracket character. So solution, here it is a solution, but we are not going to look at the code. We are just going to well, I will explain the code. Okay, but let me get it first. Oh, actually, this code is not relevant. Actually, that's not what we want. This code is actually returning the matching character. For example, if you give it a left paren, it will return a right paren. If you give it a right square bracket, it will return a left square bracket. It returns the matching character. Now in Emacs, you can define arbitrary matching characters. So anyway, so this is not what we want. We simply want to go to the matching bracket. So what is the command? Well, that command is actually easy. Okay, let's say, let me show you. Okay, describe key Z. Here it is. xah go to matching bracket. Let's look at the source code. So here is the source code, and what we want is actually this is what we want. Okay, here is the code. Let's copy the whole code so we can play with it. Copy it. Let's go back to our Lisp code. What is this? Let's go back to our Lisp code and put it here. Okay, so we paste it here. We don't need. I'm going to explain. Okay, so don't worry. Let me just. We are going to explain the code. So forward sexp is what we want. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me try something. What? Jesus. Yeah, forward sexp is what we want. Let's do it then. Okay, don't worry about it. It's just that's our function. So we have a parenthesis here. So hold on a second. Okay, so before we delete the region, we want to backward char one, move cursor backward one character so that the cursor is on the left of the parenthesis. Then we say forward sexp. That will move the cursor to the matching line, like here. Okay, so let's try it. For example, yeah, it will move to the after. Okay, so once you move forward sexp, you want to delete char. Okay, delete char backward. So delete character probably introduce of delete character, delete the following end character. So delete character -1, remove that paren. Okay, so prettify the code. Let's summarize. We search forward the console string, we found it, then we set it to the beginning position begin console, we set it. Then we search forward for the left paren. Then we backward char. We search for the left paren. Then we set the point to position left paren. Okay. Then we move backward one character, so the character is on the left of the paren. Then we call forward sexp, which will move the cursor to the matching parenthesis. Then we delete one character, that means delete the matching parenthesis. then we delete the region. Then we delete the region position beginning and beginning of the console to the end of the left parenthesis. Okay, that's it. Run the code back to the HTML. Let's put the cursor at the beginning. Let's call the command and see if it worked. Do it. No, search failed. Search failed, left paren. Okay, so back to our code. Let's see, where did we do wrong? So far so good. We got 12 people watching. Go back to the code. So backward char. So backward char. So search forward that set position left paren. Okay, so wait, we move backward char. Wait, we move backward char 1, forward 6. Let's see, let's look at forward 6. Yeah, forward 6, move forward across one balanced expression. SEXP, symbolic expression. That's what Lisp calls the parentheses. So forward 6 does it require an argument? No, optional. Okay, forward 6, delete char, backward 1. Okay, there's some thing I'm not doing correctly. Anyone know what is going on? Delete region. When you are confused, you do something inconsequential. What is going on? Eval it again. Let's just call it again and see. Search failed. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Let's debug. Okay, so I call the command toggle debug on error. Okay, so that's the command, toggle debug on error. Then now I'm going to call our function again, so we can see what more detailed error messages. So call it xah-remove-console-log. So there we have the more detailed error message. So actually it says let's try it again. Okay, it basically search forward failed. You see this second line, so that's simple. Search failed. Search for the left paren failed. So go back to our Lisp code. So this line, search forward, why is it failed? Console log, right? Why is it failed? So did this fail? I mean, the question is if this failed. So okay, so let's do this. If search forward for the console log. If that is true, then we set the position begin console, and then we continue, okay? Because if otherwise, if that failed, then we basically do nothing. So if it failed, do nothing. So let's change this to when, okay? So basically this means the whole code will run only if you found an instance of the console log. So when that happens, then you set it, then you search forward, then you let's move the whole thing inside and like that. So when this search is found, then you do that, okay? Eval buffer, let's just run the code. Move to the beginning of buffer and call it xah-remove-console-log. What's going on? Let's do it again. No error and nothing happens. That means there's a progress. That means basically this research forward is not working. Now, did we spell it wrong, console log? Okay, let's forget about this. Let's forget about this thing. Let's not use regular expression. Let's just use plain. Let's not get too fancy, okay? Comment that out. So we just use plain search string, search forward console log, without worrying about whether there's a space in between. Now, by the way, if you have a space after the dot, that's legal syntax, okay? That's legal syntax. So in fact, this is what you should do, but we have problems, so let's ignore it now. Run the code, back to the JavaScript code. Call out command xah-remove-console-log. Do it. No error and no nothing. What the fuck is going on? Oh, okay, so I see what's going on. Yeah, let's put some, yeah. We need empty lines above. Okay, how do I explain that? Let's try it, okay? Yeah, it worked. You see, finally it worked. You see, it moved. It also removed the ending square, the ending parent. So let's try it again, okay? No, it's not working. Well, it's not working because it only works on the current block, remember? So now if we put a cursor in this text block, it will work. So do it. You see, it worked. Now one more thing to fix. Now you see, it only works for one occurrence. It doesn't work for the second occurrence. So let's go back to the code and let's make it a loop, a repeat. So make it while instead of when. So while this is true, and now we can actually return this one because we know what was the error before. So now let's, we return our code here. Run the code. It's pretty fine. Okay, let's okay. So run the code. Back to the JavaScript. Now if we call the command, it will work on this text block. That means it will remove this part and this part, and also the second occurrence here and here. Okay, so put a cursor somewhere here, call the command, do it. Fantastic, successful. So actually, so that's it for today. Well, yeah, that's it. That our function is successful. Let's clean up the last stage of writing code. Prettify, clean up. Remove whatever garbage you put there or comments. and also enhance it. We should enhance it if we have time. So, and improve the inline documentation. It says remove the console log in the current line, in the current text block or text selection. That's correct. Yeah, let's do. Yeah. That's so far so good. Looks like so far that's looks like that's pretty clean code. So delete it. We are going to put the code in our talk show page now. Put it here, and wait, let's undo. Okay, yeah, so wait, magnify, put the code here, show in browser, back to Emacs, go to the top, comment out today's video, show in browser, full screen, so you can see the JavaScript code there. Then you can see the Emacs code. Back to Emacs, go to the code, prettify the code, show in browser. There it is, our code of the day. So I think that's it. How long have we been talking? And that's it. 47 minutes. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything? Comments? We're gonna shut down in 2 minutes. If there's no more questions, shut down. We just gonna chat random. So if you like my tutorial, go buy it. Okay, so you can see practical Emacs Lisp. You'll learn Emacs Lisp from the ground up. Pretty easy. Okay, so you click on that and buy it. Donation is accepted, of course, Patreon or Amazon, or even Bitcoin. And you can join my Discord. You can find on my Discord talk page. Okay, we are done. Okay, I'm going to just do random. Okay, you class dismissed. I'm going to do random. I'm going to, every time I do a video, I have to spend like more than 1 hour to clean up too. There's lots of work to do. So today, for example, this is my talk show page on my website. So every time I do a talk show on video on YouTube, I have a corresponding page with links or code or whatnot. So I have to do it. So the talk show page title will be like, usually I wouldn't know what's the title until it's done. Then usually I have to watch the video, my own video. So today's talk show, 2020 September 13th. Then we coded about this. What's the name of our code? Remove console log. So the title will be Emacs Lisp coding, Emacs Lisp remove console log. Okay, Emacs Lisp xah-remove console log. Okay, then live coding plus tutorial. That's what I say. Okay, then remove the random chat and so on. So make it one line, copy it, actually cut it, and now I need to change the title. Let's show the pink window. I need to change the title and also the title here. So I have a convenient command, code, type the new title, press enter. So you can see this title line is changed, but also this HR line is changed. So now also copy that and put in the video talk show page. So it's here. So now show in browser. You see we got the proper title, Emacs Lisp xah-remove-console-log. Okay, and then this sample code we don't need. So this, you are looking at my Emacs workflow right now. So switch window. Now this is our JavaScript temp file. Do we need it? No. Delete it. Okay, now back to our code. So live stream in 3.5 hours. We don't need it anymore. Remove. Today's background image, Azure Chameleon polyhedron, and the JavaScript code. The JavaScript console log. Okay, so we have to write a description. Write a elisp command to remove console log remove that text, okay, but keep the body part, right? Keep the body inside. So make a paragraph, show in browser, page down. You can see it says here. Now we want to color it. So press a key, syntax coloring, show in browser, refresh. There it is. Okay, the JavaScript code, we don't need it anymore. Delete it, remove, and back to browser, showing browser. And also we want to syntax color that, refresh. That is what we have. Well, except we want to change this into a list. So call the command remove paragraph tags, okay, and call another command to make it one single line and make it a list and combine it with the last list, showing browser, page down. So we got, there it is. Bye.